This is KLBK's The Blitz, Friday night high school football.
Hello everyone and welcome into week 2 of The Blitz here on KLBK. It's Friday, September 11th, and we remember those who were lost 19 years ago today. In an attitude of remembrance, high school football teams across West Texas, Texas, and the United States laced them up for week 3 of high school football action. First game of the night is the ESTACADO MATADORS on the road at the Canyon Eagles. Fourth down on the Mats' first possession of the game. TJ Steele can't handle the snap here. No idea what's going on in the end zone, but Canyon would actually recover the ball, score their first touchdown on that bad play. More problems for ESTACADO. Jalen Dobbins, he's back in this game at quarterback, but he rolls out, throws a bullet, but it's to Canyon's Rafe Butcher. He takes it up to the left sideline. He has a caravan of blockers. Canyon's up 14-0 after the pick six. More issues. ESTACADO, they're handing off to Raheem Ross, trying to slow the game down, get back to the running attack. He fumbles. Canyon's Brandel Barrett recovers it deep in Matador territory. Not long after that, the Eagles, they're punching it in as Brody Cook jukes outside the entire pile, gets into the end zone. Canyon led 24-0 at the half, but ESTACADO would not make it much closer. They're still winless, losing at Canyon 38-0. Now to Shallowater High School for a big-time local matchup with the number 9 Mustangs and the Levelland Lobos on Shallowater's homecoming, of course. First drive for Shallowater, Caleb Cox runs this one in from 29 yards out. That makes it 8-0 after the successful 2-point conversion. We go to the second quarter now. The Mustangs, they're going to extend their lead. Rayleigh Pinkerton, he runs this one into a close one, 4 yards out this time. 16-0 Mustangs. They're getting those 2-point conversions to fall. Levelland, they need to get something going on the offense. No one better to look to than Isaiah Salazar. He'll take this one 12 yards to the end zone. He was down there. It's a touchdown. Lobos, they're trailing now by a touchdown. And then it's Salazar again, 38 yards out. He's off to the races. They can't tackle him down. He finds pay dirt again. It's 16-14 Shallowater. Shallowater, though, they're picking up steam again. It's Caleb Cox again. He runs this one in from the 7-yard line. Shallowater with another big win. They get this one in an overtime, 52-46, your final there. Someone who saw the entire game in person, our LEAH Doherty, join us now from Todd Field. LEAH, just like you did last week, you have a very happy and successful coach with you there right now.
That's right, Ryan. I'm joined by head Shallowater football coach Brian Wood. Obviously an exciting game, tying up the game, going to overtime, and then winning. You had 3 guys run for over 100 yards. What was the game plan heading into this game against Levelland?
Well, we've had to make some adjustments because of the injuries, so we were just trying to divide the load up a little bit in the rushing game, and we were able to do that with those 3 guys, and we're excited about where we're at and really happy for those guys. And they'd be the first to give credit to a great offensive line and a couple of tight ends, so I don't want to leave those guys out for sure.
We talked about earlier there was a lot of young guys that played for you tonight, a lot of sophomores. What impressed you about them in their maturity?
Well, I just think if you come off a Thursday night and all of a sudden you're a Friday night starter, that's kind of a shock because it's so much faster and it's just a different game, and so they don't have a choice but to grow up, and it's during this time, and they did a great job. I mean, they're just going to get better and better as we go.
When it got down to the wire, Levelland tied it back up. What was your message to the guys, when you headed into overtime?
Well, we won the coin toss and decided to play defense, and it was get a stop. We hadn't stopped them in the second half at all. So the fact that we were able to get out there and get that stop right off the bat in overtime and then have the ball and knowing that now it's in your offensive line's hands again, that was critical. But we made a stop when we had to, so hats off to the defense in that part.
What are the biggest things that you notice at tonight's game that you want to make sure to work on in practice next week?
Well, we better be able to throw it a little bit better. We missed some spots that we shouldn't have, and we're just going to have to be a little more diverse. We did have 3 guys run for over 100 yards each, but it's nothing fancy. So we're just going to have to get a little bit more versatile in some things that we do. But as long as our offensive line keeps blocking like that, we're going to be all right.
And it's got to feel pretty good to win on your homecoming game.
Yeah, there's a point right there where I was wondering. But, yeah, when it was time, the kids made plays. And I think that you always spin that positive for to find a way to end in a game that's like that right there. And so we're going to enjoy it and get better because of it.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Shallowater football 3-0 on the season, winning tonight their homecoming game. We'll go ahead and send it back to you in studio, Ryan.
Thanks, Leah. Congratulations to Coach Wood. We also want to finish up 4A here with the final score. Denver City currently beating Seminole 50-29. That one is in the fourth quarter. It's not final. We'll bring you that, though, when it does go final between the Mustangs and the Indians. Now, don't go anywhere because the second quarter of the Blitz is still to come. We move down to 3A. Abernathy struggling early in the season, hosting a red-hot Sundown team. And Roosevelt looking to stay undefeated on the road at Tahoka. That and more next in the second quarter of the Blitz.